Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Kim and the SAV. Kim out of Savannah, Georgia. Look at that inventory down there, bro. Look at that inventory. Can y'all? Oh no, am I showing y'all? Oh, look at that inventory right there. Oh, suka-duka-da. That's how you know you're in business. You got inventory coming in. It ain't gonna last. It's going out as quickly as it comes in. Anyway, sorry for the shaky camera, but I'm about to go get Eco. Did I say my website? No. BetterBodyCrew.com. BetterBodyCrew.com, guys. Listen. Oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yes, honey. Alright, so guys, listen. As usual, this video is brought to you by Conversation with the Better Body Crew, right? So I was speaking with Candy B. Hold on. I was speaking with my girl Candy B, and in case you guys do not know, the company is not in hyper growth alone. I was looking for my shades. I was looking for my shades. The company is in hyper growth, but the better bodybuilders are as well. And so I'm recruiting. Shouts out to my girl Bobby out of Atlanta, who recruited someone to her team today as well, brand new. Not just to the business, but to the profession. Has no clue what she's doing, but she's doing it and doing it and doing it well. All right, so here we go, guys. Candy has been rocking and rolling for a while. Y'all know Candy B. She's been in a lot of videos with me, doing this, single mom of twin boys, so she's doing this for her family. And she's a great leader, awesome retailer, but she's really getting her feet wet in the world of recruiting. And so I'm telling you guys this all the time. Like, it's not that you're not doing the activity. Sometimes it's just that the activity needs some tweaking. It needs just a few modifications or adjustments. So Candy B has been having these recruiting conversations because she's been putting some really good content out there and people want to join her team. However, she was noticing that when they reached out to her, something was getting lost in the mix. There was like a disconnect somewhere. And so she came to me, as I invite my team to do. If you notice something is not working the way you want it to, or you're not getting the results that you think you should, let's have a conversation about it. Let's see if anything can be done differently. And I'm glad she came to me today, because there was some tweaking. When she recounted back to me the conversations that she's having with these individuals, she's saying that a lot of people are saying, hey, how do you make money? How can I do this too? There is I hate to use the word script because I'm not really big on scripts, but there's an outline, right? A certain series of questions that I give to my team members for them to ask people when they either want to buy the products or make money off of the products. And so Candy B was kind of going through this with some of the people, hey, what gets on your nerves right now? What would you like to do? A lot of people are expressing the fact that they don't have time. They want to make more money. Okay, fine. Well, where she was having problems was in the area of getting people to get onto the presentation, which, guys, I present to people every single day, so I don't have to send them to a presentation per se. However, I do realize that the majority of my team does not cut videos as frequently as I do, so it is important that they be able to maneuver a person to a presentation, because that's how you replicate, that's how you duplicate, okay? And whatever you're doing that's working, you have to say, how can I make this work for other people, right? So I'm not opposed to people using a presentation video. It's just not what I personally do. But with her, that's what she was trying to do. Now, there were some people who, because of their schedules, and she had a live presentation that she does every single day at noon, and it's awesome. But a lot of people could not get on at noon. And so I told her, I said, these people you're going to have a face-to-face conversation with. Well, she was having a face-to-face conversation with some of them. And when she recounted to me what she was saying, she said they would be having a conversation. They would tell them, why they want to do the business, why they were drawn to reach out to her. And then she was saying, I want to make sure I say this correctly, but her next question would be something like, okay, well, what's stopping you from doing the business? And I was like, what? Wait a minute. Do you really because my team knows how I am. I'm like, okay. before I go in, is that what you said? Or is that about what you said? Or is that what you think you said? Because there's a lot of weight that words have, y'all. So Candy was like, yeah, I asked her, okay, so what's stopping you from doing the business? I said, do you realize you just introduced resistance into the conversation? And she's like, no, wait, what do you mean? And I'm like, you've introduced resistance into the conversation. See, you as the business person, you as the leader, you steer the conversation, and you need to steer it in the direction that you want it to go, not in the direction that you don't want it to go, in the direction that you want it to go. Where do you want the conversation to go? You want it to go forward until we get them into the business, right? You have to get their money in order to make them money. So we want the conversation to go forward, right? So I said, with you saying, hold on 1 second, I'm here to get Iho. Hey, son, how are you? How are you? I'm on a Facebook Live, sorry, so they can hear you. Why just this? Who is that?
I just named it.
Did you draw this? You drew this? You drew this?
Mm-hmm.
You drew this?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Tiffany Manil?
I named her that.
Look at what my son drew, y'all. Why this hoochie got on the midriff shirt though? What's with the belly button? Huh? Where the rest of her clothes? And when did you have time to draw this? You go to school to draw hoochies? Here. Tatianas? You go to school to draw pictures of Tatianas?
No,
huh?
No.
That's what I'm sending you school for?
This is her blue cool for.
We got to talk, son.
Yeah.
All right, sit back and put on a seatbelt.
You like how I did the color match?
Yes, I like that fashion sense there and the colors and stuff, but I just don't like, you know,
the way it looks.
Her moral code. Anywho.
What's a moral code?
I'll tell you later. All right, so guys, let me just finish this up right quick. So guys, you want to steer the conversation to where you want it to go. Okay? And ultimately where that person wants it to go to. You both want the same thing. If they weren't serious, they would not have reached out to you. Do you know how many people see things that they want or they say they want? What?
Oh wait, I can't
what?
my daddy.
Yeah, I don't have the other phone.
And you're on a Facebook.
Yeah, and it's at home. When we get home, I'll give it to you. But do you know how many people see things that they want or they say that they want a certain thing and they never act on it? So if that person actually does that courageous move to reach out to you, then that means they want it. It is now your moral obligation to do everything in your power to help them get it, because the human mind, the brain, is amazing. You know, we have emergency brake in the brain. There's a 5-second rule that we talk ourselves out of things constantly. And what's so crazy is usually we talk ourselves out of things that can help us, and we will walk right in. We will blindly walk right into things that can hurt us. Okay? So it is your moral obligation to help that person get what they came to you to get. All right? Even though they're constantly having a conversation in their own head to talk themselves out of it. So what I had to tell Candy B is this. If you say to the person, and I get it. I get what she was trying to do. She was trying to address an objection before it was presented to her. Because most network marketers think, oh, well, if I bring up everything that they could possibly think of, and we can take care of that right then they're sure they're going to join the business. But guys, it doesn't work that way, okay? It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you can present something to somebody they wouldn't even think of now. And you got to realize, I say it all the time, the quality of your answers is dependent on the quality of your questions. If you're having a conversation with someone and they're telling you they don't like their job and they want to come and do what you're doing because you seem to have time freedom or they need extra money, okay, y'all moving together, right? Y'all moving together, right? And then you say, well, what would stop you from doing the business? Now, the person stops walking. And the brain can only answer the questions that it is asked. So when you ask that question, the brain goes, what would stop us from doing this business? I know. The kids. I know. Money. I know. Time. I know. Remember that time you failed in that other network marketing pyramid scheme? Lack of confidence. I know. The brain can only answer the questions that you ask. So if you're walking together, right? You want more time? Great, we can give you more time. You want more money? Great, we can give you more money. Now, what would stop you from doing this? And then you mash the brakes, right? Well, now you've presented a problem where there was none. So Candy was like, oh, I see what you're saying now. I said, instead of introducing resistance into the conversation, you want to steer the conversation to what you want to go. So I never asked a person like, what would stop you from doing this? A better question is, well, it sounds like we have what you're looking for. When are you looking to get started? How soon can we get you making money? How soon can you and I lock arms so I can help you do this? Do you see the difference in that? Because that's what happens. A lot of times, network marketers and salespeople in general, they talk themselves out of the sale. Then they get mad because they don't have no sales. It's like, oh man, you got to realize, and it takes time. The reason why I'm able to pick up on these things is because I used to do all these things, and I have experience mucking up so many times. I have that experience, okay? Did you wave at Miss Jenkins? After the fact? Okay. But yeah, I have so much experience messing this conversation up. But guys, a lot of times people are just looking for you to help them make the right decision, looking for you to lead them before you actually are in a position to lead them. You recruit somebody on your team long before they actually join. You lead a person long before you know it. Okay? So that's the thing that most people, what Candy did was she hit the reverse. The person was going forward and she hit the reverse in that conversation and made them think about reasons not to join. She didn't mean to, but that's what she did. And then another thing people do is they go into neutral in the conversation, which means they don't hit reverse and they don't introduce objections, but what they do is they kind of stall out in the conversation. So the person calls and says, hey, how you make money doing this thing? And they have a conversation, and maybe the conversation is going good, and then it just kind of dies off because the person is scared to take their prospect to the cash register. They are scared to get them to commit financially with their money, not just with their mouth. They have some type of internal belief that people won't join them, and people don't. Ma'am, I'm supposed to yield. They have some type of internal belief that people won't join them and they're not worthy to recruit. And they have something going on internally that makes them, even though they say they want a team, it makes them scared to actually get a team. So they will self-sabotage. If the conversation is going perfectly fine, they'll just be like, wow, alrighty then. And then the prospect is like, yep. And then the network marketer is like, good stuff. Well, I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to send you a video with some more information. And when you're ready, let me know. And so they stay in the information loop because it's safe. And they stay in the follow-up loop because it's safe. And because they're scared to progress forward to, here's how we get this done. Okay? That's the neutral mode. Don't do that, okay? It's uncomfortable for you. It's uncomfortable for the prospect. And they'll never call you. Now they know you're scared to leave. Okay? You done told on yourself. Okay? And believe it or not, people like people that can help them get things done. Think about who you like in your life, right? There are certain people that they're just kind of wishy-washy. They're noodles, right? And then there's other people in your life that if I call them, they're going to get me straight. They're going to tell me what I need to hear so that I can do what I need to do. You more so tend to gravitate toward those people. You probably respect and admire those people more than the noodles in your life, right? More than the noodles in your life. So don't be a noodle, right? And then don't hit reverse in the conversation. Keep the conversation moving forward. And after we got off the phone, first of all, kudos to Candy B, because like I said, there are so many people who do this and they do it and they do it. And they're like, I'm doing the work, but it could be better, right? So there are so many people who do not seek counsel from their sponsor. Now, for some people, it's not their fault. They don't have access to their sponsor. I'm not talking to those people. I can't help you. But for the people who do have access to their sponsor, hopefully you have a sponsor who knows what they're talking about. If you do, seek counsel from them, because it's not necessarily that you're not doing the work, but if you're doing the wrong work, you will never get the right result. Does that make sense? Just that one little tweak could make a huge difference between a person actually joining your team, or the conversation stalling, or the conversation taking a wrong turn, and you're like, how did we get here? How did you get here? Right? You brought them there. You did that. This is your doing. You steered the conversation there. So kudos to Candy B for reaching out for counsel, and I'm happy that we were able to have that conversation. And this is what I'm talking about all of the time. Like, I take that time with my team because I know where they are, I know what they're trying to do, and I know how frustrating it can be to feel like, why isn't this working for me? And sometimes it's just little minor things. Usually it is. It's small differences that make huge differences. So guys, tell me, did you know this? Did you find this helpful? Have you been asking quality questions? Do you have recruitment conversations? Are you scared of recruitment conversations? Was this beneficial to you? Are you going to start steering the conversation? And this is something that you have to practice constantly. You have to practice it constantly. You don't just wake up and know this stuff. You have to practice it over and over and over and over and over again until it becomes like second nature, right? And the good thing is, it's a skill set, and skills can be learned. Okay? They can be learned. You just have to practice it long enough and plug into the people that have already developed the skill sets, so that you can accelerate your progress towards your goal. So there you have it, guys. That is my recruitment tip. Stay in drive, not neutral, and definitely not reverse. Okay? Thank you for watching this video. If you are on Facebook, then I want you to hit follow and see first if you enjoy this and you want more content like this. And if you're on YouTube, you better had already subscribed now, because I know this ain't your first go around. Don't play. Don't play. Subscribe on YouTube and bang the bell to the right.
Ding dong.
The delayed ding long in the back. Bang the bell to the right.
Ding dong.
So every time I upload a new video,
You'll be the first to know.
he eating. Bye, y'all. Let's go inside. We gotta get ready for karate.